supports the ideal legalization of medicines, more intelligent than conformable found in comics and university. What separates the humans and the animals is humans' appreciation of common sense and health. The fact that we realize the priceless value of common sense and health allowed us to dominate the earth and the less intelligent animals. Our present laws allowing the consumption of preventive medicines violate popular sentiment and prevents intelligent people the opportunity to prevent preventable illnesses and diseases that will cost our nation important lives and valuable money. A wise advice familiar to the majority is anything worth doing is worth doing well. This being said, when we decide the choice to legalize preventive medicines, then it is in the best interest of the nation to decriminalize preventive medicine, so by doing so we eliminate poverty. The problem of poverty has existed since the creation of money. By eliminating poverty, we can lift our civilization from a state of dystopia to a state of utopia. There are many points to consider when we legalize natural medicines. We must circulate dangerous drugs at safe daily doses to prevent irresponsible abuse. We must put no limit on the consumption of cannabis. And the most important valuable point is to sell the dangerous hard drugs, cocaine, heroin, peyote, mushroom, etc. at a low price, so citizens can buy low and sell high to tourists without access, and the rich whom can afford to consume more than the responsible amount. There are many benefits to the legalization of preventive medicines. So the outlawing of natural cures has cost our nation too many important lives and too much valuable money that must be spent better than being spent to pay the pensions of civil servants whose performance have been so mediocre their acts resemble those of a group of deceptive, corrupted failure, or a sinister, insidious criminal organization full of traitors. Some of us are so old, we remember when the trending medical or science mystery was the value of nature and nurture on our genetic code or DNA. I have to make the valuable observation that we have a problem of our longevity and fertility being diminished, damaged, and even terminated by an irresponsible pharmaceutical industry supported by our irresponsible government that encourages the consumption of unnatural substances that almost always have to begin with a light negative consequences, like the product of the irresponsible tobacco industry. Meanwhile, these three irresponsible groups are part of a larger irresponsible whole that benefits on the existence of a war on innocence, health, natural preventive medicines, and common sense. Or to be perspicuous, the outlawing of natural medicines is a way for atheist, notorious, opulent aristocrats to continue exploiting the magnanimous, pragmatic majority concerned with the conducive quality of our community. So to sum this alarming thought, we have faith we can exploit the natural law of cause and effect to gradually produce, to begin with, animals that live longer by nourishing their longevity. The result of this act will be we will make new generations of these animals that gradually live longer by exceeding the lifespan of their ancestors. We have hope that humanity can radically stretch the limits of our lives by adopting a responsible, progressive direction, the alternative to the irresponsible, regressive direction our government has chosen for us. To define the mentioned responsible, progressive direction by nurturing our nature with compatible natural substances in the long run will make our future generations live longer. Because this kind of productive change is gradual, the further we look in the future, the more impressive are the results. My thought experiments, that is the most fatuous one imaginable to manifest, is choose all animals with a backbone and nourish their longevity. The longevity of the animal by feeding it preventive medicine with natural victuals. Then by producing new generations that live longer than their ancestors, we can prove that my hypothesis has been inferred in an inference by humanity in the long ago past, since the hypothesis was the most fatuous one imaginable to manifest. that resulted in the miraculously long lives of our mentioned in the Bible ancestors, some of whom lived longer than 1,000 years of life. My immaturity has proven to be my wisdom. To be perspicuous, we have found vitality in levity. By lightening up or consuming soothing natural medicines, humanity can increase the lifespan of our future generation. The cause that affects neurogenesis is we enrich our physiology with one of our furthest relatives found on Earth. To be clear and specific, we have a common ancestor with cannabis dating back 400 million years ago, explaining why we find endocannabinoids in our bodies naturally. This ancestor led to the rise of all backbone animals on Earth. The legalization of natural medicine is not only a great way for a nation to eliminate poverty and generate billions of dollars. This historic act must benefit the various departments of the government, like the Justice Department, the Health Department, and the department in charge of the environment. The benefits to the Justice Department of our nations are obvious and numerous. We'll save money not sending to jail people involved in circulating preventive medicines that improve the health of the public. We will eliminate the danger associated with buying drugs from criminals without integrity. We'll have a justice system that is human and benefits the citizens of the nation instead of having an inhuman justice system that punishes intelligent people improving their health. This humanity from the justice system is a form of brainwashing. They break innocent people down physically and mentally, so they will obey notions imposed upon them by their brainwashers, like the notion to neglect their health and intelligence by enforcing a prohibition on euphoric medicines. The more human a nation's justice system is, the more secure the population of a nation is. The less human a nation's justice system is, the less secure the population of a nation is. Power without ideal does not equal justice. The benefits to the health department of our nation are obvious and numerous. We will save money preventing diseases that cost our nation's health department many billions of dollars a year. We must have a health department that relies heavily on healthy, euphoric, natural medicines that cure patients effectively instead of having an absurd health department that avoids healthy, natural medicines and relies heavily on complicated, dangerous, man-made drugs that soothe the symptoms of diseases without curing the diseases, like nearly all the mental illnesses. This retarded act that impedes a simple, healthy, natural recuperation and worsens both physical and mental health with numerous dangerous consequences that diminish health. Sometimes these man-made drugs kill the patients consuming them. The environmental benefits are also obvious and numerous. Our nation will be able to conserve more trees and create more oxygen by growing millions of plants nationwide. By eliminating the need for dangerous man-made drugs, our nation will be able to eliminate a dangerous source of pollution, poison, and contamination that has certainly had consequences on not only humans' evolutionary development. These dangerous consequences have affected all life in our sensitive environment. So, to sum this idea, by having legal pot, our various departments of our government will be greatly improved, and the effect this will cause is the genesis of a permanent sustainable prosperity plan that is responsible for the elimination of poverty within a nation. A way for Canada to generate over $300 billion a year on the control of the circulation of all preventive medicines. With cannabis, 10,000 farmers from all over Canada agreed to forfeit 25% of their profit to grow 8 million grams, 8,000 kilograms, 8 tons of the preventive medicine, marijuana. On $8 million a pot, the farmer receives $6 million a year. The government runs the Cure Quality Control Department that buys the pot at $1 a gram, then sells the pot to stores at $2 a gram. Stores sell the cure at $5 a gram, earning for themselves a maximum of $2 and earning a nation $1 on a 25% sin tax. At this point, the nation has generated $264 billion considering the various tax revenue generated. The farmers make up to $60 billion. Stores earn up to $160 billion. Tourists consume around $115 billion worth of marijuana, or 23,000 tons a year. And a private company called Sophisticated Monotheism serve as the middleman between the government-run Pure Quality Control Department and the big corporations interested in having natural, pure preventive medicines in their product, like the pharmaceutical companies and other health-related companies. This company buys a quarter of the pot, or 20,000 tons, of the psychoactive substance that improves health and intelligence. So this company makes money supplying big corporations. For this overall plan to work, 20 million Canadians will have to consume a little over 1.5 kilos of preventive medicine a year. An important detail on the plan to legalize pot is to allow a citizen the right to grow between 3 to 5 plants. So Canadians will have the option of eating their medicine to double the effectivity of the psychoactive substance consumed, or sell the kilos of pot to the Pure Quality Control Department at $1 a gram. Fines must be given to the people who enjoyed abusing their rights to grow plants. A way for a country to generate several additional billions of dollars is to profit from controlling the circulation of natural hard drugs and moderate healthy rations to prevent irresponsible abuse of the dangerous drugs. The idea is to sell the hard drugs to Canadians at a uniform $5 a gram at pharmacies, so Canadians have the option of selling their cheap pure potent cure at a swollen price. By doing so, Canada has a way that is easy to eliminate the existence of poverty. Since it is only healthy to consume a small fraction of a gram of cocaine and heroin, then these drugs must be sold at $1.25 for a quarter a gram. The other drugs like mushroom, peyote, and mescaline are sold in full grams at $5 at pharmacies. Every community with a pharmacy must also have a community market where Canadian citizens sell their potent, pure natural medicine at a marked up price. The private company, Sophisticated Monotheism, must act as the middleman between the Pure Quality Control Department that is government-run and the big corporations interested in having potent natural substances in their products. This way, Sophisticated Monotheism, a private company that is involved in schools of philosophy, a religious brotherhood, and a political association, along with the government of Canada, and an abundance of big corporations, can generate billions of dollars being involved in the circulation of pure, potent natural medicine. To be perspicuous, half of the total amount of hard drugs grown must be sold to pharmacies, the other half sold to big corporations in the health industry like pharmaceutical companies and more. This idea mentioned within the girth of this chapter covered the important valuable qualities of a permanent, sustainable prosperity plan that eliminates poverty, summed in a simple formula. Humanity has lost its grasp of common sense and health. We have been conditioned to favor money over goodness. We promote ill-doers and dismiss the upright. The fact that we outlaw medicine has made an awful lot of intelligent, brave people into criminals. Our nations waste a fortune sacrificing by marginalizing sequentious, magnanimous heroes for an extension on retardation. This time is spent in confusion when humanity finds itself lost without valuable ideals being pursued. The realization that our magnificent potential is being wasted in a disgusting way has not been grasped by the leaders of our nation. When humanity continues to choose poorly for itself due to pressure from egregiously rich people, then inevitably humanity will find itself facing the risk of extinction. This valuable, important fact that humanity will one day face extinction due to a lack of intelligence and sagacity will pressure humanity to appreciate intelligence to the extreme that we find a miraculous way to phenomena, some simply, is the reason why humanity has experienced anachronisms for thousands of years. The future version of humanity, whom are at the edge of extinction due to choosing poorly for itself, has allowed the egregiously rich to direct humanity in an irresponsible direction. This has cost humanity its greatest treasure, its link or compatibility with the rest of the environment that sustained its glorious existence since the beginning of time. Humanity's precedence of making poor choices regarding health and common sense may one day lead to the disappearance of natural cures that prevent illnesses. Without natural cures, humanity will find itself at the edge of extinction. The trend that is becoming a tradition is the rich get richer as the poor get poorer. The simplest explanation for this is the good receive bad treatment and the bad receive good treatment from rich, retarded, successful, corrupted failures who profit from the misery and sufferance of the majority. The sooner humanity appreciates common sense and health, the better. The catastrophic consequences of neglecting common sense and health retards progress. We must acknowledge that we have chosen poorly for ourselves and the future generations of humans when we choose to criminalize euphoric drugs that allow us to be healthier and more intelligent. So in conclusion, our nation must legalize natural medicines to discontinue retarded stagnation and replace this hellish paradigm with a heavenly paradigm when humanity decides responsibly for itself by choosing to improve the longevity and prosperity by legalizing all natural medicines. Since many of the benefits of the legalization of medicines are gradual, then the greatest results will be seen further in the future. Our hope is to inevitably learn how to exploit the malleability of our space-time continuum because we want to, instead of needing to learn this lesson as a way to avoid oblivion. By accomplishing our hope to match our predecessors' accomplishments that are the cause of anachronisms, we will have an ineffable domination over the universe. The legalization of preventive medicines will allow humanity to broaden our horizon and broaden our imaginations so we can involve ourselves in intelligent thought experiments that will facilitate the actualization of our collective magnificent potential. Needless to say that humans must begin to live longer lives by consuming regularly the most natural, simple medicines. Doing otherwise will naturally shorten our lives and diminish our health. It is perhaps simple wisdom that would lead an uneducated person to conclude that neglecting our health is a poor choice. And it is perhaps simple greed that would lead an educated person to conclude that the general neglect of health is a lucrative opportunity to any willing to sacrifice their integrity. One obvious benefit of the legalization of medicine is that we will be an united nation confidently moving in the responsible direction. One day, we all hope, the leaders of our nation will stop humiliating themselves and our nations, and instead of being involved in shaming humanity, we will all enthusiastically involve ourselves in raising our glory, augmenting our dignities, and enriching our quality of life, especially our elected leaders.